Hello everybody, welcome to Relico YouTube channel. Here we talk about immigration, about how to move to a different country, how to apply for a specific visa category, and how to basically change your life for good. Today I want to speak about a very important topic. I want to speak about how to apply for EB-1A green card in the United States and how to get it within the least possible time. So starting off by some general information, as we do in every one of our videos, what is EB-1 green card? EB-1 green card is employment-based category of an immigration green card. It is issued to you for 10 years straight, and after 5 years you can change your status to a citizenship, which is probably the least possible time by this route to apply for citizenship. EB-1A is for talented people in the field of professional ability. For example, you work as a musician and you can show some of the national or international recognition in your field by providing some recommendation letters, providing some information about your publication in specific media, provide some awards that you received, some associations that you are a member of, and so on. In EB-1A, there's 10 different criteria. To meet it and to receive the green card, you need to meet at least 3 of the 10 criteria. In this video, I want to basically talk about step-by-step guide, which will be useful for you, specifically if you want to start your application process or if you want to plan your work on your case from now on. So let's imagine our starting point. So for example, we are talented people. We're talented people right now and we want to apply for our EB-1 green card. So what do we do first? First, you need to understand how many criteria you meet. Let's look at every one of the criteria listed and see what you can apply. So first, international or national awards. So if you personally, that's important, if you work for a company and your company received an award, that's not qualifying, that doesn't work. If you personally received some award in your professional field, which is of national or international recognition, you can apply to this criteria. As evidence, you can provide information, some press release, some information publicly available about this award, and you can provide some photographs and video of you receiving this award. Second, membership in associations. Also, associations, they have to be in your professional field. They have to accept the members based on excellence in the field. That means you have achieved something that not a lot of people achieved, and that's why you're a member of the association. And third, this acceptance to this association has to be based on the decision of a jury or on a decision of an expert council in this professional field. You can basically try and apply to any association in any country as long as it meets this a minimum of criteria. Then we have publications. Publications have to be about you, about your work. They have to speak specifically about you. They cannot just mention you briefly or cite you also briefly. That doesn't qualify in this criteria. You can publish some material about you by contacting some publicists or some media, and you can write to them directly, ask them if they can do it. Most of them can do it. You just have to pay for it. We do not encourage this kind of behavior and this kind of action when you apply for EB-1A, but if you do it relevant, and if you do it in your professional field, that can work, and that's absolutely legal. There is nothing illegal about it. There is nothing fraudulent about it. The media that you choose, they have to be at least major or they have to be professional, which means in your professional field. If you choose major media, they have to have at least 1 million visits per month As from our point of view and from what we've seen, this kind of media, they qualify in this visa. Then if you have next criteria, judging. If you participated as a judge on a panel or individually, you can provide evidence. Evidence can be photographs, videos, and so on. Then you have original contribution criteria, which is everything about unique and innovation things. You have a patent, you have a trademark, you have some unique methodology that you developed, and you need to show that not only did you develop it, or did you have a patent, or do you have a patent, you need to show that this original contribution also influenced the area of your professional ability. You can show it by people adopting your methodology, or by your patent being bought by some other company, or and so on. So next you have authorship of scientific publications. They have to be published in some journals which are for learned individuals. That means not for regular people, but for people who have expertise in this field, where you publish the article. Then you have exhibitions and showcases. Here you basically can apply any of the showcase or exhibition where your work, personally your work, was displayed. If you are a person of public profile and you performed in some of the events, conferences with a report, you presented some of the information about your project and so on, you can also use it in this criteria. Then you have critical role, basically any role which is leading or a head of, a C-level, top manager. You can use this role as evidence to this criteria, and besides it, you also need to prove that the organization you work for has a distinguished reputation. You can show it by providing evidence that your company earns a lot of money, showing the scale and meaning of your clients, like where they work, how they work, what countries they're from, and you can show publicity of your company. If it's written about, if it's talked about, if basically in the media, it's a popular company. And to the last criteria, the salary criterion, basically you can show that your salary is big, is higher than average in your field or average in a region where you work. And the last criteria is commercial success in performing arts. The commercial success in performing arts mostly applies to those professions who perform on stage or who sell tickets to their performance. If you're a musician or if you're a singer, you can show that your performance was sold and people bought tickets to see it. And as proof, as evidence of this criteria, you can apply some of the data, some of the evidence of the information where you can see that people actually bought it, some statistics from the venue which hosted your event, showing how much ticket cost and how many tickets were purchased. So yeah, this is like a short outline of all the criteria, what to put in every one of them. After you see what criteria you have and what criteria you don't, you start compiling your application. You write from maybe one first person your application. After you finish with your application, you have to compile it and file the petitions. If you apply for EB-1A outside of the United States, and you don't want to have premium processing, which means your application will be reviewed in 3-4 months. You file petition I-140, form 1145, which is basically a form which asks immigration service to notify you by mail that your application was accepted. Then you file, depending on what type of payment you have for your application, either form 1450, or if you pay by check, you file a check. Or if you pay by any other method, you basically apply this method too. After it, you sign it with pen, apply it to your main case, and send it. On the USCIS website, there's a list of different addresses where you have to send your application depending on the state where your correspondence address is, depending on it. So for example, let's say you send the case from Missouri to processing center and you file only 140 petition without any additional petitions. In this table, you can see that from Missouri, only 140, these petitions are being sent to Chicago, Illinois. If you, depending on the state and the petition, like if you, aside from 140, file petition 907 for premium processing, you send it to different processing center. If you file inside the United States, 140 and 485, which is for change of status, you send it to different address. You can you can look it up, all the addresses on the website of the official immigration service. Then after they accept your case, you have the tracking number. Tracking number can be used on the Check My Status website, and you can track what's happening in your case. You can see if a case is being processed, you can see if you've been sent a request for evidence, or you can see if your case has been approved. After you receive request for evidence, you have to either ask them to proceed with the current evidence and review your case as it is, or you can send some additional information to them to basically strengthen your case. You can either add some criteria, remove some criteria, add some additional information on the listed criteria, and so on. After you send the evidence, the request for evidence, back to them, within 15 days, they will basically get back to you with the final decision, whether it's a refusal or approval. And after this, you have to wait. If your case has been approved, you have to wait for consular processing. If you're outside of the United States, it's NVC, National Visa Center. If you're inside the United States, it's processing within your state. Briefly about consular processing, how it happens, I will not go into details, but you file Form DS-260, pay for a fee for it. You send your documents to the NVC, also by mail. After it, you undergo medical examination in the country where you apply, if you apply outside the United States. And if you apply within the United States, you also may need to undergo a medical examination, but maybe not, depending on the state. After it, you come over on the interview. The consul, the officer, they interview you. If everything's all right, if you're outside the United States, they will give you the visa, the entry clearance, within 1-2 working days. If you're inside the United States, you are officially changed to a different status, and you can expect your green card within 120 days. Yeah, now this is how the process goes. It's step by step. I did not go into details on the preparation of the case, what you need to write, how you need to compile it, but I think it's a different topic for a different video. If you find this video useful, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and if you have any additional questions, please leave them in the comment section or write out to us and sign up for a free consultation. We will answer all your questions absolutely with no charge, and we'll just talk about your case. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.